Network Entertainment.
Hello to everyone all over the world. Magkakasama na naman tayo sa isang gabing puno ng kwentuhan, tawanan, and funny conversations and actually fitness conversations. Ito pa rin ang
Yes.
Ganito Kasi Yan, powered by the Pod Network. At kasama nyo pa rin ang inyong wandering go-getter ng Quezon City. It's your boy, Jacob. And today, we're joined by someone special. Actually, someone I frequently see like every week. Yeah. She's an indoor cycling instructor and Pilates instructor. Let's all welcome Julia Makalintal. Hi,
everyone.
Julia.
Hey, Jacob. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing the space with me.
Actually, from seeing you every week.
Yes, we really see each other like how many times a week?
I
And
think
now we're here.
twice.
Yeah,
Twice or thrice.
I love it.
Yeah. And I think in the podcast, I constantly talk about like finding my love for fitness through
okay.
cycling last year.
Yeah.
And parang I really wanted to talk with someone about it. Parang how much life goes into cycling
No, yeah.
and how much it allows peace and another form of kind of serenity.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Parang it's like it really does feel like a release
Yeah.
when you do it, especially after the class. Parang you feel so like fresh, like clarity.
I agree. And
Clarity by Zed.
And I agree. Tsaka parang it allows you to have that kind of time away. Kasi
Yeah.
I think a lot of the cycling classes around the metro, parang they don't allow phones.
Oh yeah, yes.
So parang it allows you to kind of like not think about
exactly.
life.
Yeah, parang
Like,
be in the moment.
Yeah. Kasi parang
sure.
ang hirap din if... Kasi I know there's some na allowing.
Right, yeah. I
Yeah.
have seen some, but then I feel like in our studio, like in electric, we really want parang no distractions, parang just using those 45 minutes really just for yourself. Really, parang it is really such an immersive experience, especially with no like outside voices, no distractions. So yeah,
Yeah, actually. And with the music.
definitely,
And
yeah.
speaking of music, we have this thing kasi wherein we give recos each week.
Okay.
So, for this week, siguro the prompt talaga is not just reco, but what is your favorite cycling song to
Oh.
to do or to spin to?
Okay. Oh, I love that question. I think, okay, I'm a really big fan actually, and you know this, of Coldplay.
Yeah.
So I did a theme also of Coldplay and you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. So
Pero, ang biten ng songs.
I know. No, we were talking about that na I feel like Coldplay just, you have to have so many classes na just Coldplay because they have so many
The
good
discography
songs.
so wide.
I love it. So yeah, it has to be a Coldplay song. I think that's my favorite song to cycle to. If you know Paradise.
Yeah.
Yes, but specifically I think it's a System Kids remix. So it's I feel like that's a great way to describe cycling in general. Just Paradise by Coldplay. Such a good song.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ako naman, actually, a lot of the songs I listen to now, I don't listen to before cycling. Like cycling
okay.
changed a lot
Yeah.
of my music tastes. So I'd say one of the things I really enjoyed spinning to every summertime.
Oh, Nikki?
Para, yeah.
Yes, I love
I think
Nikki.
si Match, he would always, parang
Yes.
very frequent. Kaya parang I got into it then after a while.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is super unexpected. But this is your song.
Oh my gosh, which one?
Better in Time.
Oh my gosh, yes!
That was
I
like
remember
one of my
that.
favorites.
Same. That's also one of my favorites actually. Like when everything is just quiet.
Yeah.
And then Better in Time, Leona Lewis.
Yeah.
Gosh, great song.
Actually, sabi ko talaga, actually that day, that was so perfect. That was the
Right?
entire mix. It was like,
That was a great one. Yeah. I want to
Yeah.
repeat that playlist.
that entire set,
All the tracks.
super. Like
I know.
each one, no miss.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love it.
And so with that, parang one thing we love about cycling, of course, is the music. Pero siguro, what makes cycling different from other forms of movement?
Yeah, there are a lot of movement. Like, especially now, 2026,
Yeah.
it's such a big thing, like fitness, wellness. There's so many things that you could try, so many things you could do. And I think what makes cycling different from everything else is that it is a really immersive experience. So a lot goes into it. So from the lights, the music, the beats, everything. It really makes you, I guess, put your whole being into it. Yeah, so it's really, I think I would say it's a journey. It's not something that you just parang wanna get done. It's something that you wanna really experience for yourself, and like I guess also like you get to process some things. I feel like it's very you get to think a lot about life and cycling as well. So yeah, you get to process your thoughts, process your feelings, really get into the music also. So yeah.
I agree. And I kind of feel the same then.
Mm.
Parang it's that 45 minutes that's yours alone and then
Mm-hmm.
yours and the track lang.
Yes,
And
exactly.
why do you think naman parang a lot of people are drawn into spinning or in their cycling nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
And what is it that makes fitness such a thing in 2025 and 2026?
Yes. Okay. I think with why so many people are drawn to cycling, and I see a lot of regulars come back, from they start out with us as like first timers, and they really get to grow into these advanced riders. They really stay, they keep coming back, and I think why they do is because one, of course, the music. So I think there's something, sorry. I think there's something that I really realized, the power of music, especially when you find, I guess, a class that you really resonate with, like the music genre. It's something that makes you want to keep coming back. So I think with music, kasi it's easy to, you don't overthink, you don't overanalyze anything. It's just something that you feel. So that's one. And then I think why people still keep coming back is because they feel themselves get stronger. So with each ride, you really feel yourself progress. Like from your first ride to like even your fifth, honestly, you do feel a big difference. You feel more confident. You feel like, you can do more of the choreography even. And I think that's what makes people feel good. As long as it's a type of movement that makes you want to keep coming back, then, you have to stick to it also. And now, like what you mentioned earlier, now in 2026, so many people are into fitness, right? I think also that's because now it's about community building. So it's about the connections you make while you do a certain movement, while you do something hard. It's like the friends you find along the way. And honestly, it makes you want to keep coming back also. So there,
I
yeah.
agree with that. Actually, kasi parang, I actually have parang yun din yung experience ko na parang, I've tried doing a lot of things. Like, there was a time I tried getting into like, okay, going to the gym
Yes.
and then running. Parang,
Mm-mm.
there's just a lot of things that, okay, this is just not for me.
Yeah.
Pero there's
Mm-mm.
something really about cycling. Like, I agree yung music, like
Yeah.
the sense of community.
Mm-hmm,
The
mm-hmm.
parang, it's just the same with jogging. Na parang you don't really talk to the people beside you,
Yes.
but parang there's that sense of connection.
Yes, exactly.
And
Yeah, yeah.
especially with the instructor also. Like, parang that connection to that instructor na parang you follow everything that the person says and then parang
Mm.
everything that the instructor says gets to you then. Like, parang it's a
Yes.
communication between the two.
Yes, definitely. I think that's also, yeah, a big thing. Like, as an instructor, it feels really nice when you know that you're connecting with your riders. So it's not like, we're just spewing out whatever, like just talking nonsense. It's really like you try to see each person where they're at, try to meet them where they're at also, and see how, yeah, you can connect, make them feel more immersed in this space, more of like a safe space for everyone also. So yeah.
Yeah. And before that, of course, before you became that instructor and
Mm-hmm.
everything, you were also among the crowd.
Yeah,
So
yes, yes.
what was your personal relationship like with fitness, and what was like your journey like into finding like your activities,
Mm-mm.
finding what works for
Yes.
you?
Okay. Um for me, how I started, actually, I got into fitness because I'm very lucky. My dad kasi is very big into fitness. So he actually did parang professional basketball. He did CrossFit. So through him, I was able to try a lot of different movement, a lot of different exercises until I found parang what really stuck with me. So yeah, I did get to try my fair share of, different exercises. And with cycling, I started out actually as one of the front desk members. So we call ourselves crew members. So we welcome our riders, we help them set up, give them their shoes, everything, make sure everything's, running smoothly. So that's how I started.
Oh, before pa you
Yes.
got into riding.
Yes, I was a crew member. Yes, like a front desk girly. Yeah, so I really, got to meet the riders in that way also. Parang signing them in. Like, I got to memorize their names, chat to them a bit as well. So that's how I started before becoming an instructor. So while I was doing that, I was able to ride a lot of classes, try out a lot of instructors' classes also. And I remember my first class talaga, like,
Do you remember who?
I do remember who. Also from Electric, one of the earlier batches. Yup, he's still there. Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
this?
Si Martin. If you're familiar. Yeah.
I took his
Yeah.
musicals.
Yes,
in class.
he's very big into musicals.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's my first instructor. I still remember it. I think also a lot of people always remember their first instructor.
Yeah.
So that's why, Martin, shout out. No, but then a lot of my friends also who have tried cycling, a lot of them say that their first instructor is also Martin. So yeah, crazy experience. But anyway, super full circle because now I'm his co-instructor also.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I remember my first ride. It was, as always naman with anything, when it's your first ride, stepping into something like you have no idea about, you've never tried, it's always gonna be intimidating. It's always gonna be scary. So that's super normal. I remember I couldn't keep up with the choreo. I was so uncoordinated. But then after the class, I love the music. I felt like even though I'm so bad at this right now, I feel like it's something that I can keep doing because, you see people that you see so many advanced riders. They're so good.
Yeah.
And you're like, eventually, you know what? I think I can. I want to be like that. So it's something that I kept going back to. I kept taking classes like how many times a week. And, the more you get into it, you really see yourself improve. You really see yourself grow in that aspect until, I tried out. I auditioned to be an instructor. And eventually we're here.
Yeah. And what was the moment wherein the movements changed from just something that you do to like something that changed you? Na parang it's not just movement that you just keep doing, but it's something that constantly changes you from time to time.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good question. I think with each ride, like I mentioned, it really is, it's when we think of a cycling class, I really think of it as, like I said earlier, an experience. So it's not just something you here do this choreo, just do this, like do these moves. It's something you want your riders to feel, connected with, that they're present, they're here, they're grounded. And I think with each class that I show up to, like each class that I teach, each class that I ride, even if I'm not teaching, there's always something new to look forward to, always something that I get to learn also. And I'm also able, I guess, to really reflect on how I want my riders to feel as well. So I guess that's also how I get to show up each time. It's not like just about the doing, but it's being part of that connection process, being just present and seeing everyone there do it with you as well. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Sa 100 tanong, meron akong 1,000,000 sagot. At minsan, mas marami pang tanong. This is Kuya Kim and I'm thrilled to invite you to my podcast under the Pod Network, Ano Ba Talaga? With me, Kuya Kim Atienza. Kaya kung may gusto kayong malaman, matutunan o ma-discover na bago, makinig na kayo sa podcast na to. Marami akong mga guests, topics, trivia, and revelations on the show. Ang masisiguro ko sa inyo, you'll always learn something new. Just search for Ano Ba Talaga with me, Kuya Kim Atienza, on Spotify and wherever you listen to podcasts.
that's one thing that's nice also about cycling. Na parang you see the person teaching you also doing the things that you do, and you know that you see them struggling the same way that you do.
Yes, definitely.
Yung parang I'm not sure which instructor said this, pero parang whenever it gets hard, parang they'd always say, whatever you're feeling, I'm feeling it too.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so parang
exactly.
I feel that's really nice. Kasi parang like, for example, going to the gym or like parang soccer or parang swimming, the person that's like telling you, just keep going, isn't really feeling what you're feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
So parang it's nice then in cycling kasi like whatever you're feeling, no matter how hard it is for you, you keep going because the person that's telling you also to keep going is keeping and going.
Yes, exactly. Parang they're doing the exact same thing. So parang no excuse also.
Yeah.
Diba? But yeah, that's what I love about cycling also. You feel very connected also to your instructor who's in front of you and the people that you're surrounded with because you're doing the exact same thing in sync. You're feeling the exact same things. You're all feeling super tired. But that's what I love about cycling. I know everyone who does cycling at one point, it's gonna get super uncomfortable. It's gonna get super, you sometimes you feel like, oh my God, I can't breathe anymore. Like I can't do this. But that's when, that's really when the growth happens. I feel like when you get uncomfortable, but you still choose to push yourself, that's when the change or the progress happens really.
Yeah, I agree. And parang siguro ito question ko for you. Like a lot of people sometimes kasi when they get into something new, they find it intimidating or parang scary to get into,
Yeah.
or parang they find it too overwhelming.
Yeah.
How do you advise, or parang how do you think one should keep going, especially when they're struggling, they're finding it hard, they're struggling to find their pace, they're not sure whether like how to keep going.
Yes, for sure. I think when we start out, it's always going to be, it's always hard to find your footing with whatever it is, not even just cycling, with starting out with new exercises, starting out, even in a new job, anything really, you will always have to find your footing. You'll always have to adjust to something new. And that's okay. That's really what's beautiful about it. It's part of the process talaga. So I feel like with cycling in particular, I like to tell my riders, it's okay to sit down. It's okay to take breaks. It's okay to always, check in with yourself, how you're feeling at a specific time, at a specific point in the ride. Maybe it's maybe you're a bit too tired na, or maybe you still feel like you can keep pushing. It's always good, first of all, to check in where you're at, where your head is at. And then from there, for example, you're finding it hard with the footing, with the pacing. It's always good to just sit down, catch your breath, take it on the saddle. So you know that, like we always say, you can take a
Yeah.
seat, take it on the saddle, catch your pace while you're seated down. So it's always okay to go slow. It's really gonna be a challenge to get that pace at the start, at the beginning. But always take your time. It's okay to go slow. The important thing, honestly, is that you show up. You show up in a space that's uncomfortable, that's scary. You're still there. You showed up for yourself, and you're putting in the work, and that's okay. That's all that matters, honestly.
I love that. And parang it's really important na to know then na that's parang as much as it's everyone's workout, it's your workout. You kind of also say dictate the pace or guide
Yes.
your own pace.
Exactly.
Yeah. And siguro we talked about this din naman na parang how cycling is also part of life. Like it allows us to have that 45 minutes away from life. And were there times that you had to cycle through life? Like when times were rough, you'd cycle your way through it.
Yes, definitely. Okay, quick side story. That question reminded me of, like what we mentioned before, cycling is really like life, super. Like, I think I recommend everyone to try cycling just so you know how it feels talaga. So there was this one time I was in class and then I played a song. So lights are off, lights are dim.
What song is this?
This is Crying Over You by Hon.
Okay.
I love this song. I super love this song. So I played it. And then after class, one of my friends, one of my riders went up to me and then told me, oh my gosh, I actually cried during that song you played because apparently, I'm not gonna name names, but apparently she just broke up with her boyfriend at the time.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's so crazy because, but I just wanted to share that because it's so crazy. You never know what someone is really going through, but they really connect through these songs. They connect through the class. They connect through cycling talaga. So I feel like that's how, first of all, again, music, such a big thing,
Yeah.
such a big, powerful thing, and people really go cycle to and you see how it translates into your regular life, honestly. And then for me, there are days, of course, when you don't want to show up. You're so tired, you have a full day of work. You're so tired, you have so much things going on. Sometimes you think, oh my god, do I have the energy to still do this? But you committed to it. You signed yourself up for that class.
And there's no cancellation
And there's no
after 5 p.m.
Exactly. No cancellation. You really can't cancel, even if you're so tired. But honestly, that's the commitment. Honestly, that's the commitment to yourself, right? Even if you don't want to do it, you're still there. You still show up. Again, that's all that matters. Just showing up is you have half the work done just by being there. Yeah, there are times when I'm teaching a class and there's so much going on in my brain, so I have to remember you're here right now. I have to tell myself to be present. So just quiet the mind. Just let yourself move for those 45 minutes. Sometimes, there's not a lot I can say as well. Sometimes some rides are really quiet. And that's also okay. There's also so much power, there's so much beauty in the silence of a ride. Not naman the whole ride, we're just quiet, But, there are moments where you were not meant to say anything. You're just meant to be there, just meant to move through it. Just like life, sometimes you just have to really move through it. Yeah.
And you know what? That story resonated with me with that better in time moment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, talaga, I'd always go back to that moment.
Yes.
Kasi that was that one song na... Actually, there's several times na rin na parang that, what do you call that song? The slow song.
Oh, yeah. It's more of a soulful moment, a little quiet time, eyes closed moment, right?
Yeah, parang sometimes others use it
Yeah.
parang motivation.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes. It really depends.
Parang that's where the
yeah.
yap.
Yes. It really depends, on the
Yeah.
instructor, how they wanna.
Parang that slow song
Yeah.
usually. Parang that's where I get the most connection with the entire rides.
I agree. That moment is so important.
Ikaw ba, what's
honestly.
your favorite yung slow song moment mo?
Ooh, like a song in particular.
Yeah. Na parang you felt, okay, I feel most connected. This is what
Oh
I'm
my
going through at
gosh,
that
yeah.
moment.
No, actually, I think when I played "Crying Over You" by Hon, I wanted to play that song, because I was I think I kind of related to that song in that time. I think that was 2025. Yeah, at the same time, Better in Time. Yeah, so that same as you. I love Better in Time, Leona Lewis. So I think I needed to hear that also, so that's why I played it. Yeah, and then what I love is that the things that I need to hear also, other people feel the same way, that it's something that they need to hear, it's something that they resonate with also. So human connection, it's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
And actually, sometimes it's not just what the song is Sometimes it's also what the instructor says during that moment.
Yes,
Sometimes
also.
parang, alam mo yun, parang there's moments, kunwari with you and with Match, na parang, I would parang, okay, that was what I needed to hear
to
at
hear
that
it.
moment.
I know, yeah.
And the other song din pala na I forgot to share na, my favorite slow song moment. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this.
Yeah.
Little Wonders.
Oh my
Yung
gosh,
sa
of
Meet the
course. Yes.
Robinsons.
Wait, I love that song. Okay,
Yeah.
added to the list, to the playlist. Oh, I love that,
That was,
song.
I think I heard that November
Okay,
last year.
that's a great song.
Yeah, it was a good song.
Oh,
Talagang favorite.
I thought of another one, "Linger" by the Cranberries.
Yeah.
That was a good one too.
Yeah, actually. And another, I think this was a K-pop theme ride. Life Goes On, BTS.
Oh, I haven't listened to that one.
It is
I
good,
should.
actually.
Yeah. But yeah, it's super important. I feel like that specific time in a class, it's very introspective. Like you really think a lot. And it really matters if the song is like feelsy,
Yeah.
emotional. Yeah.
Yeah. And pero ikaw ba, did you have a ride that felt like a reflection of what you were going through at that moment? Or was it like every single time my playlist is ano?
Actually, I try. I try as much as possible to pick songs that I resonate with at the time. So that's why everyone has their different process of making a playlist, programming a class. But I find it easier to teach songs that I'm feeling in that particular moment. Like, oh, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this right now. So I want my riders to hear this as well. So it really depends.
And actually, I forgot to. I keep interjecting with. So sometimes
No,
I
you're
remember
good.
like a song that I like.
Yeah.
Survivor.
Oh,
Such a good moment.
yes.
I remember I told you about this, Julia. I heard Survivor when
Yes,
I was
yes.
outside. It's like, okay, that
That
was
one was good.
that was also
Yeah.
so good.
Survivor, I think
it's-
Destiny's Child.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Destiny's
yes,
Child one.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a great
I
one.
love that one.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Pero okay. Okay, so as an instructor naman, like we talked a lot about music and how it makes a lot of impact into the ride. How do you choose your music ba? And what goes into it?
That's
Syempre,
a
as a
good
rider,
one.
I'm curious how you formulate that
Oh, yeah.
9 tracks. Kasi alam ko, parang after a while, you get to memorize the formula.
Yes. Actually, so that's the one thing that I love about Electric Studio. So Electric Studio is actually the first indoor cycling studio in the Philippines.
Oh.
So pioneers really. What I love about Electric is that the class really has a well thought out process, a really well thought out, format. So it's not like we just play whatever we're feeling at this time. Like, yeah, let's like do this super fast song and then followed by another super fast song. No, it's really well thought out. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Chino. So Chino is another indoor cycling instructor at Electric. One thing that I always hear in his classes, and I love it, so I'm gonna quote him now, is that there is a science behind it. So there is really a science behind the class. It's like a proven formula of how we make our classes effective talaga. So I won't divulge all the secrets, but then, yeah, just know that there is a well thought out formula to each, to the class talaga.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to like genres in specific, like picking songs in particular, I do love a good pop moment. I love a good pop class. I feel like a lot of people also like pop. Makes it easier also, I feel like, if people know the songs, if people are familiar with the songs, to keep going, keep coming back, keep singing along. So that helps. I also really like, I really like beat heavy songs. So really heavy on the beats, because I feel like it makes it easier for people to follow along. They're not overanalyzing, overthinking, like counting, okay, what comes next? Like you trust in the music, you trust in the movement and yourself that you can do that movement with that beat. So yeah.
I love that. And the notice ko nga yun, parang it starts on a certain pace and it goes up,
Yes.
up more, and then
Yes.
it goes down.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
parang roller coaster.
There is, yes. And people really look for it talaga. Like they know what comes next, especially when you've been there for
Yeah.
a long time.
But you know what? Parang there's a format that kind of surprised me.
Okay.
Kay Kyo.
Oh.
Parang there was one ride na, one time kasi, di ba he's always puno?
Oh yes.
Tapos there was
He's a full class.
one time na nakakuha ko.
Oh nice. Okay.
But it was like super at the back side
Yes.
court. And then I was really observing. Tapos parang sabi ko, oh wow. Parang he had an interesting kasi parang ang ganda nung mix kasi parang it's unpredictable where he put the sections. Parang it's
Oh, I
mixed up.
see. I see.
But
I see.
parang I see the formula pa rin naman, the format.
Yes.
Pero,
Yes. Element of surprise
yeah, the
naman.
element of
Yeah.
surprise. Kasi parang, sometimes there's always that, okay, I know we're at song 6. I know song 6 is always this.
Memorize.
Oo,
I love
kasi
it.
parang-
I love it.
I know mostly. Parang bilang ko na kung ilan yun na parang, kasi usually, yun yung motivation ko parang, okay, we're at song 6. We're like 3-4 songs away. We're nearly there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or sometimes, I'm counting how many until the resting song.
Yes, I got you. Yeah.
Or how many until the wait section.
Gets. Yeah.
Oo. Kasi parang that's like my push. And parang,
You're almost there. Yeah.
it's nice to have that. Pero it's also
Yes.
interesting to have that parang unpredictability.
Yeah.
Na parang that mix up.
You don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I got
Ang
that.
ganda nun.
Yeah. Depends talaga also no on the instructor also. I mean,
And each one is a different experience.
yes, for sure.
There's
Definitely.
no same parang there's no same experience that I get from instructors. Even if I say na parang, oh, your vibe is very similar to ano.
Yes.
Like your songs are very similar. Pero the way you do it is very, very
Yes. Each instructor talaga, no? I think that's why also, well, of course, like, with electric, I said, like, there's also a proven formula, right? So that's why people keep coming back. But it's also lovely to see how instructors make their, parang they, not naman twist, maybe they do it in their own way. Like, they put their own little magic to it. Even if it's like the same format, like same people can have similar vibes, they still have their own little sprinkle of magic to it. But yeah.
actually. But how about you? Especially parang, of course, taking a lot of classes, taking different instructors, parang you get to see how it's done. You get to see parang a formula. You get to see, oh, this routine works. Parang, how about you? How do you make sure na parang it's still very Julia? It's still you.
yeah.
Or parang how do you put your own like way of differentiating yourself to other fellow instructors?
Yes, for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think for me, like I mentioned, always important music. That's such a big thing. With music, I really like having beat heavy tracks. So again, it makes it easier to hear. I feel like it helps you move your body more easily as well. So definitely one, beats. Number two, I like to challenge my riders also. And you know this. I always like to ask my riders to have one way to challenge yourself in that ride.
One full turn.
Yes, exactly. You already know. If it's an extra turn, which you do, if it's heavier weights, if it's sprinting more, like keeping the sprint more off the saddle, that's another way. Like, I like to challenge my riders, and hopefully why, they keep coming back because they feel challenged with each ride. And it doesn't have to be the same thing all the time, you can do something different with each time you show up. And then I guess another thing also is, I love a good combo. I love a good choreo combo. So not necessarily the whole class, but there's always at least maybe one track where I like to introduce a bit more complicated, or I up the notch of the choreo a little bit, just so that we kind of get to work also on our coordination, also our mental, like, I don't know, mental clarity. You get to follow along talaga with the choreo when it's complicated. And then eventually, it becomes muscle memory. Like, even if it was a bit complicated, everyone gets to follow it. Everyone gets more confident by the last drop, by the last minute. So it's like,
Yeah, the third, second, third cross.
yes, you already know our favorite.
Yeah, kasi I think, I don't know who started it though.
The third, it's a great combo. Yeah.
I think I've done it a lot of times sa class mo.
Yes.
But I know
I love that.
I don't know din Parang bigla sabi ko, parang.
Who else does it?
Yeah.
No, but yeah. It's really fun because you get to work on your core. with
Actually,
the
that's what I
cross.
noticed with
Yes,
you.
yes,
You're
yes.
very core heavy.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Oo.
Thank you for mentioning that. I do love a good core moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And parang even your the slow song, the
Yes, with
heavy
a lot of
track,
resistance. Yeah.
yeah, parang it's very core heavy.
Yes, yes. Which I love. We get to work out everything.
Yeah.
Very worth it.
So yeah, siguro next or one of the last few questions ko from you is, given everything, given like we know a lot already about fitness. We do a lot already and we try to do so much more. What's something naman na parang people should unlearn about fitness?
Unlearn about fitness. Okay. Yeah. I think also, like I mentioned, fitness right now, big thing. Like
Yeah.
so many options that we can do. And I think also what I appreciate about where we are now is that I think people have started to unlearn that you have to work out or you have to, you have to do some sort of fitness. Now it's you get to do this. It's not anymore like a form of punishment. You have to do this, oh, because I don't know, like maybe because you feel bad about something, that's why you have to work out. Not anymore. Now it's you're moving your body because you get to do it. So yeah, that's one thing that I think people are starting to unlearn now. So now we're becoming more open to the idea of, having exercises, having forms of movement that really resonate with us. And I think that's also important that we find movement that we enjoy, because eventually, when you're so tired, you don't want to get up, you don't want to go to work out after a full day of work. If it's something that you enjoy, if it's something that you look forward to, it's easier to stay consistent. It's easier to show up each time. So yeah.
I love that. And parang ang ganda din na parang there's that sense of showing up na parang at the end of the
Yes.
day. I love when you guys talk about like showing up because that's like, okay.
Yes. It
I
really
mean,
is. It really is the biggest thing, honestly. You just have to
to be
get your
there.
butt in the door, just clip
Yeah.
on, even if you don't want to some days. And then everything else follows. Like, just trust your body. You're already there. Might as well do it. And after, you already feel like, wow, that was just because of me showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And siguro for the last question, what would be your advice to someone who's like, I don't know what to do or parang still finding their footing? Like, how would you advise someone in 2026 who's still like navigating their way through fitness?
That's a great
And finding
question.
their way. Because parang we know already you do different stuff, you try different stuff to make it work, you do
Yes.
Pilates as well. How would you advise someone who's like still navigating and finding their way through like their what works for them in terms of fitness?
Well, for one, I think don't be afraid to try, first of all. So, again, like I mentioned, there's so many options that are available to us right now. You can try so many things. First, don't be afraid. I think fear talaga is what stops us from doing something super fun, super amazing, really finding what we can be good at. So, first of all, get rid of the fear of the uncertainty. Like, oh, okay, I'm not sure about this. Just try it. Honestly, doesn't hurt to try, doesn't hurt to not be good at something. So that's the second one. Don't be afraid to not be good. Because when we show up for the first time, we try something new, more often than not, we're not going to be good at it. And that's okay. That's super normal. I know I was not good at cycling when I first tried it. And that's okay. Look where we are now, right? So you really just have to be okay with trying. Let yourself experience it. Everything, the good, the bad that comes with it. Yeah, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid of the uncertainty. Don't be afraid of being uncomfortable. Because when you're uncomfortable, like I said earlier, you have to be uncomfortable to be able to progress, right? You have to push through what's hard. And a lot of the times it is gonna be hard, but that's good. That's what makes it worth it, right? Just going through the challenge and eventually getting out stronger on the other side. So yeah, just try, figure out, you can take your time to figure out what you want. No one's rushing you. I think also another thing that really helps finding what resonates with you is if it's community based. So like electric, it's easier, or like indoor cycling, it's easier to show up because you have so many people around you who like doing the same movement. You meet so many new friends, so many people that you're just, doing the whole class with. So with anything, okay, just another side story also. I also do pickleball a lot. So I think that's why I love both cycling and pickleball, because it's very social. So if you're that type of person also, we are very social beings. So if you find something that helps you connect with other people, go ahead, try that. I'd recommend to do that. Yeah, so just try. Don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to be a beginner. Show up and yeah, make some connections, be social. Yeah.
I love that. And super really important talaga to just get started.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because everyone started as a beginner. And you don't know what
Exactly.
you'll find.
Yes.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Julia.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending an hour with us here.
Thank you, Jacob.
And
Wow, that was fast.
yeah.
That flew by. That was so fun.
And actually, this is not the last time I'll be seeing Julia this week.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah,
we
I'm
still
seeing
have-
Julia again another time this week.
We're gonna go cycling.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So actually, so I guess before we wrap things up, where can they follow you, or parang know your schedule?
Oh,
or
yes, okay.
where can they I don't know, like where else can they find you, or what else
Yeah.
do you do? Yeah, so
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, TikTok. I'm very active. Julia Makalintal. That's where I post all our class photos. Yeah, very active on both. And then, of course, if you want to try Electric Studio, yeah, super fun, very welcoming community. Jacob knows that. Beautiful community that we have built. A lot of great people. You guys can check out the Electric Studio website and Instagram page. So also very active on Instagram. Yeah. There you go.
and if nag-buy kayo ng first time package, please. I need my free credit.
Referral. There is a
please.
referral.
Please message me
They
so
have
that I
to,
get my
yes.
free credit.
Always, yeah. Try something new, guys. You should
Yeah.
definitely worth a try. Indoor
Actually,
cycling.
Favorite. Always like my top tier instructors are, one of them's Julia.
Oh, thank you.
So I really, really love.
Yay.
So yeah, thank you so much, Julia,
Thank you for having
this
me.
great conversation. I've been wanting to talk about cycling, and finally, it's out of the bucket list.
Yes. Oh my
and
gosh.
yeah,
That was so fun.
I'm always so happy to talk about like cycling, the side quests I've got into, and
Yes.
really why it's really a fun activity.
Exactly.
So yeah, hopefully this is something that you've learned a lot from, and if you enjoyed this episode, why not follow us on, or what if you enjoyed this episode, hit the notification bell and give us 5 stars, and like share your thoughts. I don't know. And also follow us on our Instagram page. It's at GKYPod. And I'm on social media, the Charles Jacob, on all social media platforms. And lagi nating pakatandaan na at the end of the day, just get started. Just be uncomfortable with just be uncomfortable with the uncomfortable situations.
Period.
Because that's growth.
That is.
And at the end of the day, the resistance will make things better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doing the hard things.
Yeah, the
always
hard
worth
things.
it.
The next time you do something, it's gonna be easier. The next track.
Exactly.
So if it's the hard part right now, the next part's gonna be lighter.
You already know.
Yeah. At ito pa lang. Ganito kasi yan.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.